Hey guys, sorry about that. For whatever reason, the Leo reading cut off. So there is a part one to Leo's September love tarot reading. Okay, so I would definitely check my page and go watch that. I feel like it's an important part of the reading. Okay, um, but to quickly summarize here, Leo, you are focusing on getting back to self. I feel like for those of you Leos that are practicing spirituality or spiritual practice, you are if you, I don't know if you realize it or not, but you're definitely grounding and rooting your energy into Mother Earth Gaia. And if you aren't, I definitely would, because I feel like she is really connecting with you at this time to really help you regenerate your energy. And I do feel like you retreating at this time is definitely going to help your stress level, because I feel like you've been really stressed about money and possibly your career if you're aiming for something higher, or maybe this is you're aiming for some kind of promotion, or you've been looking for jobs and you've just been stressed because for some of you you're tired of working where you are, and you feel like the places that you're applying to, they're not getting back to you, or you're just not getting the position, or you're not getting callbacks. Okay, and I feel like Spirit right now in the month of September is like, look, I kind of want you to take a rest, get back to self. Yeah, Nine of Vessels. Okay, I feel like this is what you're working on. Getting back to your happiness, your own sense of self, your sanity. Let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Arrows in reverse. I feel like that's important here. Also, we have nines here, and we have two sevens. So we have Seven of Stones, the Archer, which is the number 7, and we have Nine of Vessels, and we have Nine of Arrows. Okay, so I definitely feel like 7, 7, and 9, 9 are the energies right now you're resonating at. So I feel like to you that means, again, reaching for answers in the spiritual realm. Number 7, we tend to think of that, I feel, as, God's number. So I feel like you're trying to connect to your higher self, to God, maybe prayer, okay? Dreams, again, are really important at this time. And again, I feel like the influence of the sun in Virgo is really impacting you right now in terms of stress and anxiety and possibly overthinking. So I feel like it's really important for you to hermit, that I feel like that's again something that's going to help. Okay. I feel like you've been giving a lot in your connection. For some of you, you guys are the ones making the most money, or you're the provider in the family, or you just feel like there's just not enough time, there's not enough money, some of you. It's like as soon as you get a paycheck, there's another bill, and then you're living paycheck to paycheck, some of you, okay? If that's not the case, then Spirit's saying like you've been really overworking, and I know you feel like your business or your job is very important. Maybe you do hold a very important position. Maybe you're in a leadership role, for instance, a manager, a boss of some kind. But Spirit's like, if you don't get back to self and you don't focus on self-love, self-care, this is going to end up taking a toll on you, and you might get susceptible to being sick, and then you miss out on days, or you don't perform as well at your job. So it's better to, take some time out now, and try to balance out your schedule and make room for those things, rather than, pay the consequences later of not paying attention to your body and your mental health. Okay. We have the 10 of Arrows, okay, which is the 10 of Swords. And then we have the 8 of Stones, Skill in reverse. And then bottom of the deck, we have the Blasted Oak, which is the Tower in the traditional tarot. You're exhausted. Okay, I feel like you've been at this over and over again with someone, and you feel like in some ways it's one-sided. I feel like you feel like you're doing the majority of the work, and this other person may not be picking up the slack if you're living together or if you're committed. I just feel like you, for whatever reason, feel like you can't talk to your partner, you can't talk to anyone about what you're going through, and it's like you're keeping to yourself here, and you're suffering in silence, I feel. And again, with this Blasted Oak, I feel like this is, the universe. It's either you surrender, and again, you take some time out from this situation here, whether that's maybe you needing space from your partner, whether you say that or not. I feel like it's necessary to spend less time with other people and spend more time taking care of yourself at the moment. Because if not, the universe is going to send you a tower moment. Again, this is the consequence if you're not taking care of yourself. Okay. But as a result of this, I do feel like there is going to be a change. And I do feel like in the future there is going to be a change for the better. Some of you, relationship might end. For others of you, if that doesn't resonate, and you're not at that breaking point yet, I feel like it's the dynamic of this connection is really going to change. Okay. What's going to invoke that change is going to be different for all of you, but I do feel like that's something that's got to change. And then what came out here was the Moon on water. And I feel like these are your fears. But I feel like this is you going deep within, processing your emotions, accepting how you're feeling right now, and how you've been feeling in this connection, this relationship. And I do feel like there's grieving in part of this too, because again, I feel like you've been feeling alone. Like even if you're with this person, I feel like you've, for whatever reason, feel like you're having issues expressing yourself. And honestly, I feel like that's what's going to change. I did pull the blue Chalcedony crystal for you. And again, I would check part 1. I feel like there's some messages there that you could gain as I was feeling out this crystal, okay, and getting messages from this crystal. So definitely check out part 1, and that was before I started pulling tarot cards. And I feel like what's about to change is you are going to relay all of your anxieties and your stress, all the things that you've been stressing about, financials, feeling like it's been one-sided, feeling like the other person maybe doesn't give you what you need, and you're going to communicate maybe the things that you need. I want to say for some of you, it's a lot of pent up emotions and maybe anger and resentment, and so it's possible that you might explode. You might burst all of a sudden. You might have, like, this tower is here, right, to where, like, you do get a lot of peace afterwards, but I do feel like this comes after an expression of your feelings, and it might be you telling this person, I'm tired of this. I do everything, or I do most of it. I've been carrying the burden. I've been carrying the weight, and I've been dealing with all this drama, and I can't do this anymore. And then, although you guys may get into an argument, or you feel bad maybe in the way you communicate these needs, and relieve this off your back, I feel like at the end of it, in some ways you're going to feel at peace, because you feel like you've said the things that you've been wanting to say, but for whatever reason feeling like you couldn't say them. Okay. Let me pull an oracle card for you, a Sacred Destiny oracle. Spirit, what do you see in the near future for Leo? Spirit, what do you see in the near future for Leo? Spirit, what do you see in the near future for Leo? What do you see? Oh. Okay, it's just 2 cards. And wisdom came out in reverse, and abundance came out in reverse. Okay, so there may be a period of financial loss. Okay, it doesn't have to be that, or it could be that maybe you're just taking a couple days off, maybe requesting a couple days off for work, so again, you can get your mental health back, or get some of your mental health back on track, and maybe get some rest, get some sleep, treat yourself, get your nails done, I don't know, and if you're a guy, maybe I don't know, go to a football game, or a friend's house or something like that, and watch the game, just something that'll ease your mind from the stress, if you're taking some time off of work. But Spirit saying in the near future, there is going to be a loss of some kind, and a search for understanding of why you had to go through this situation in your relationship. So I also feel, because I actually am seeing like a flower recoiling, as if like it's not getting enough water, and the leaves are kind of like curling in. That's kind of what I'm seeing right now. And if it's not necessarily financial loss, or not necessarily loss, but taking some time, some days off, or maybe even a week off, and so because of that, maybe it's not paid time off, right? Maybe you lose time, or you lose some money in your paycheck. if it's not that, then I feel like with that imagery I saw, I feel like it's you are. It's like you're so tired, you're so exhausted of giving all your energy. You're kind of going back within. You know, it's like you are again. It's like it's I just see you kind of going back and resting, you know, recoiling and trying to get back the energy and the nourishment that you need. So in the near future, again, you still might feel a little drained, okay, but that's just because you're in a period of healing, trying to get back your strength, okay. I'm going to pull advice for you. Advice for Leo. I'm only going to take one card and I'm going to read it, but we have a time for healing. Okay. Balance, balsamic moon. Maybe some of you need to work on just your work-life balance, right? Or feeling like a sense of stability within yourself. Okay, I'm going to read that one because that's the one that stood out to me the most. And it's balsamic moon. Okay. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that everything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender